Good evening, wrestling fans.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on SCW television, this particular matchup is going to be one of the qualifying matchups for the TV title. Now, the winner of this one, Barry, is going to qualify for the upcoming TV title that's going to be up for grabs in a few more weeks.
Hey, I'm sure these guys are going to be battling like no other to get a shot at that TV title.
All right, and James Markham says, let's get this one started tonight, folks, on SCW Wrestling. The Matador and Flash Stevens, a couple of guys that have been around this business for quite some time. Each one of them brings a little bit different attribute to this matchup, Barry. You've got the Matador, the KG veteran with a lot of strength, and then you've got Flash Stevens, a guy that's been around the block more than one time, and also a guy that likes to build upon his speed and agility inside the ring.
Yeah, Flash Stevens likes to use high-flying arsenal in his repertoire. And look at that, nice headlock takeover there from the Matador.
Works it into a side headlock, does the Matador, and Mr. Big really focusing in and paying attention on this one, because nothing would please Big Enterprises more, Big Inc., to get his man, the Matador, to qualify for that TV title tournament.
Mr. Big needs to start paying attention to the match and quit paying attention to the fans, because the Matador looks like he's in trouble right here. Flash Stevens, side headlock takedown.
Glad to have you on board for SCW Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Tell a friend about us each and every Saturday night, 8:30, starting time on WOBZ. Channel 9 in London, Kentucky. We do want to say that coming up on March 28th, limited seating available, but SCW will return back to the SCW studios for great wrestling action as well. And right now, the Matador getting a pep talk from manager Mr. Big, and Mr. Big trying to get his man back in condition and shape here to advance on in the matchup. And funny vicious chop that time.
Big chop right there. Flash Stevens walking it off on the outside.
Now Stevens back out of the ring, and here comes the Matador in hot pursuit. And you know, this match here, I don't think any of the fans really care, actually, who wins this one tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Both guys are not the fan favorite. Let me tell you, if I'm pulling for somebody, I'm pulling for Southern Championship Wrestling. And Flash Stevens represents Southern Championship Wrestling. And you think Mr. Big and Rated Inc. and the Matador think they're going to come in here to Southern Championship Wrestling and take the SCW TV title home with them? I don't think so. And I'm really sitting here pulling for Flash Stevens to pull this win out, to advance on to the SCW TV title tournament at a later date. And now we're going to have a taste of strength. Owens, who do you think's got the better hand in that?
Well, I'll tell you what, you can't measure strength sometimes in just the upper body, but here we go. It's going to be a lockup between the two men. As you mentioned, the upcoming TV title tournament is going to be held on television to crown the first ever Southern Championship Wrestling TV champion. Oh, we got a stomp to the fingers by the Matador, and Flash Stevens doesn't like it, but Mr. Big really accommodates and cheers on his man from Corpus Christi.
Flash Stevens apparently not liking how Peanut Markham is calling this match. Matador holding the ropes open. Oh. Hey, I'll tell you one thing, Owens. I've seen Flash Stevens around from this promotion to that promotion, and if there's a real contender, Flash Stevens, for that SCW TV title, he's got to be at one that's surely at the top of the list.
Nice clothesline there by the Matador as he continues to work on Stevens now. Flash Stevens trying to reach down and get that second win of momentum. But I tell you what, Barry, right now the fans don't care. In the past, I would have said that Flash could use the fans as the sixth man and the momentum mover. But right now the fans could care less. Here's a roll-up. One. The count from James Peanut Markham. A vicious clothesline to the sternum area. And back down goes Stevens.
Well, talking about using the fans as a sixth man, it is March Madness. And if you look on TV, basketball's being played everywhere. And let me tell you, some of these guys use these fans as that sixth man. And sometimes that's the difference in the match. But you got the Matador, Mr. Big out here. He's got him in a headlock. Mr. Big, hey, let me tell you something, Earl Owens. Last week I went up to USWF and never have been treated as bad as I've been treated at USWF. And let me tell you, this week, Mr. Big, and the way they treated me, they're going to get treated right here just the same way tonight.
Well, a little bit much to my surprise, as it is Flash Stevens starting to get a little bit of momentum. Some members of the crowd here seemingly are willing to forgive Flash from his past debts of sin and trying to cheer him on. Matador, there's a break by Markham. 1, 2, and a kick out by the Matador. Oh, so close, but yet so far away. And you got to give credit to James Markham. Markham is not afraid whatsoever to get in the middle and break it up and make sure that fair is fair.
Hey, look at this over here on the outside. Peanut's got to turn around.
Mr. Big on the other side over here trying to get a cheap shot in on Flash Stevens as he is out. Well, again, it's Country Earl Owens and Barry Cashin for this episode of SCW Wrestling. And returning back in the near future weeks is going to be Ramblin' Ray, whom I understand is taking some time off. I don't know if it is for the economic slowdown on behalf of Ray Enterprises. Maybe he had an investor by the name of Madoff. I think you had a friend named Bernie that the last time I saw you, Barry, you was in a limo arriving up, and tonight you're driving your Chevrolet pickup. So maybe you knew a guy that was named Madoff too.
Oh yeah, I know Madoff, and I give that joker some money, whatever. He invested it unwisely. So I'll get back on my feet. I know what I'm doing. Both guys are down right here, Earl Owens.
The count is down as James Markham starts to count. Both men now trying to hustle back up. You can see Flash Stevens to the second rope now, and Matador back up to his feet. Matador's a little bit idle, but comes over to kick to the old breadbasket by Flash, forearm into the back.
Big shot by Flash. Matador into the ropes. Flash using the ropes to an advantage. Peanut with the count on.
Tell him to break it up, and a move by Flash stepping to the small of the back there, trying to apply more pressure to the Matador here.
He comes off the ropes. Oh, what a move by Flash.
We talked about at the top of the matchup the speed and agility of one Flash Stevens, and now Flash Stevens really started to show that. It looks like that he has, in fact, been able to dig down deep and come back with a second win.
Big move from the inside, outside to the inside.
And we got Mr. Big motioning here. One, and the foot on the rope by the Matador. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, ring the bell. Mr. Big waving in the Matador's partners, the Superstar, the Zodiac, representing Big Incorporated, and they continuously in here just mauling like a pack of wild wolves on Flash Stevens here. My goodness.
Man, we need to get some help from out here. We need some help out here.
The melee continues from Big Ink in the ring. Now the Matador, the Superstar, and the Zodiac. Yeah, Mr. Big raising the hands, but I think by virtue of disqualification, our winner of the opening bout on SCW is going to be none other than Flash Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll have to get with Jim Whiteberry to find out, in fact, if Flash will qualify for the TV title tournament